Anyway, she literally ended up shifting his alignment. Or they did, rather.
Yeah, that's rather impressive.
Like, literally just spending that much time alone with them just drove him semi-berserk. And one of his characteristics is that he's very hard to get riled up. So, like, I don't know. Those two are going to be fascinating. But, anyway, just let me know when you're on.
Am I?
You're watching?
Yes.
I didn't notice that the viewer thing pop up, so.
Yeah, give it a second.
There it is.
Here it is. I'm leaving the fucking mine, and Ray's just gonna be a changed man. I have seen things.
Just points to Aisling.
Yeah,
Most of it was that! Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Right, the heist. So this is going to be interesting because I'm going to be doing this entirely peaceful this time with Marcus, when before I did things entirely aggressive.
Okay. I mean, that was pretty much my approach for the first one.
Go entirely, peaceful?
Yeah.
The junkyard scene, or like the scrapyard scene with Marcus, I was just like, no. This is a villain. I have to do, like, he's fucking Magneto.
Yeah, I do think with my first playthrough, I did kind of goof the march bit where I was just like, run away, and like, it caused some casualties on my end. But I mean, it didn't really turn public opinion against us, so.
I just remember on my end.
You fought, didn't you?
I went full aggressive every step of the way, every chance, everything.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I ended up fucking it up in the final battle. So I just went, you know what? I have this controller for the nuke. Fuck it.
I don't know why. I just got this image of like this West Side Story version of a battle. Snap, 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 twirl.
Massive nuclear detonation. I did not know that Cobalt could do something like that.
That sounds right, but I would not be able to tell you. I'm not a chemistry specialist, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, yeah. That and stuff like how, like, severely, like, overreactive, or how reactive, rather, certain chemicals are. Not my strong point.
I feel like I've heard about it like a documentary or like some sort of pop culture thing, but I can't really put my finger on it. It would have been all recently, I'm pretty sure.
And now for the coolest fucking shit in this entire playthrough. This shit is just neat. Well,
Precognition.
The precog stuff is.
Fair play.
Nope. Gotcha. Like, it's just a really neat mechanic. Like, just you decide how you're gonna move. And like the very like, you pick this way, then you do what, then you do what, then you do what, and then you get it. Like, it's just really neat mechanically.
It's a good problem-solving thing.
Yeah. Well, then not so much. I wouldn't so much say that, just because of the fact that like it's, you know, oh, I'm wrong. Well, let's try the other one. It's trial and error, but it's neat. It's still a very cool, like,
well, I mean,
conceptually.
It's more so in a way of like it's not super challenging, but it's a very creative approach.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. It's just very, I don't know.
You were trespassing on private property. Your presence constitutes a level 2 infraction. I will notify security.
Hi. How are you doing, buddy? Did you kick his ass?
You'll see.
No, I mean last time.
Last time I just shot the guards.
Ah,
Or
alright.
I stabbed them, rather.
Fair enough.
First the drone, now this. Just my luck.
Oh yeah, this is where Marcus figures out he can actually transform people.
Yeah, yeah.
Finish up and get out of here.
Like, this is what I always tend to do.
We still don't have enough.
I mean that. The motion controls always kind of weird me out in these types of situations. I think there's just as many in Heavy Rain. I think, anyway.
Why are you like us? You want to be free? You could join us.
Again, this is why I really like Marcus's actor in this, because there's a lot of moments that are very, like...
Oh, yeah, no, the actor's really good.
Like, there's a lot of moments where you can kind of feel like that, like, weirdly naive curiosity kind of coming through. But he's still, like, mature enough. It's really careful to do, but it's really good.
That's all that can carry.
Everybody happy. Oop.
Take me with you.
North will remember that.
Bob will remember that.
We can't just leave him. Can't bring him back.
I don't know why that running joke just killed me sometimes.
They come with us.
Well, fuck you, North.
Find more spare parts. What do you mean? The trucks. They're biocomponents. They run on autopilot, but they can be driven manually with a key.
Where is this key?
Down there, in the control station. There are 2 human guards. You'll have to get the key without being noticed.
This is suicide, Marcus. Our
Carjacking.
bags are full. We got what we came for. Let's go before they catch us.
This is a truck full of spare parts. There'd be enough for all of us. We can't pass this up.
And if we get killed, our people will have nothing. We can't take that chance. It's too risky.
Yeah, I've never actually done this part. Like, I've seen it done in a couple of playthroughs, but
In 10 minutes, go without.
You didn't do the... You didn't get the key?
It's not worth it.
no, I didn't really want to take the risk for it.
I think I've done it every time. Just because I'm just like, no, you know what? Let's see what happens. Again, first playthrough on full aggressive, so I just shot the guards and called it a day.
Yeah.
Goddamn dogs.
The fuck are they barking at?
Could be the weather. They don't like storms.
Yeah, I was gonna take my kids camping this weekend. So much for that. Is Mike still in zone 4? Looks like it. And he should be done already.
Better off in here than out patrolling in that.
Blackout, you say? Or lure the guards outside is probably a lot easier, actually. Now, this part I've never done.
Fuck, what was that? Drums fell down.
I hear dogs, and one has to question if they're real dogs or robo dogs.
Why not both?
Why
not
Zoidberg dog?
Zoidberg? Absolutely flawless, Kif.
Run to the toilet. You need to shit some gears.
Did you get it?
I am a bona fide badass. Which is, it's ironic I'm doing the Zap Brannigan voice, because during my last playthrough I effectively sent wave after wave of men to clog their weapons.
I mean,
It wasn't inaccurate to say it. That's all I'm gonna say. Just send wave after wave of men until their bodies clog their weaponry. It's a perfect plan. I fucking love Zap Brannigan. Like, legitimately should be one of the worst characters. But my god. Like, the voice actor just did such a fucking good job with it.
that's fair.
Gif.
A truckload! We stole a whole truckload!
We got biocomponents for everybody.
We couldn't have done it without Mark.
You're welcome.
I came to Jericho because here androids are free. Free to live in the dark, hoping that one of them finds
Nothing to say.
free to die in
You're
silence,
welcome.
change has never been coming.
Uh, still,
YouTube, you can't do that here.
They like to smile.
I still love the fucking the Rick and Morty version of "You're Welcome."
Something
Oh
inside
yeah.
me that knows.
Nothing to say except you're welcome for turning you into a car. Da-da-da-da.
Oh Jesus.
Our days of
Oh
slavery
boy.
are over. What humans don't want to hear, we will tell them. What they don't want to give,
Like, look that version up. It's really good.
we are people.
God.
We are alive. We are free.
And yes, he did turn him into a car in one episode.
That does not surprise me.
Well, I mean, obviously he turned himself into a pickle. Funniest
Yeah.
shit ever, man.
Memeiest.
Now I'm assuming. Wow. So two of those options immediately lead to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, incapacitate guards is what I did first. Threaten them, then I killed them.
Oh, huh. I just noticed it has a friend stats. It wouldn't happen to be able to compare ours with it.
It would. Because I think you're the only friend of mine that actually has the game. So basically, I'm looking at your last playthrough.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so, except refuse. 100%. Literally exactly like you said.
Yeah.
Next. Ah, yes, this section.
I think just my general mentality on it was like, you know what, we got what we came for. Like, let's not get greedy with it.
You sure this is the place?
It's the address in the report.
Okay. Let's get going.
Oh, right. I've done that more than a few times.
Connor, meet
Androids in town.
Connor's actor's
I know
waifu.
why you insisted on coming here.
Wait, what?
I don't remember what her name is, but Brian Descartes' wife is also in this. At the time, she was his fiance. And she's actually one of the models in this section.
Huh.
Connor, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, let me double check because she's either the one right there on the pole or actually I think that's the same model.
The investigation's ongoing, sir. I can't tell you enough. Hey, Hank.
Hey, Ben, how's it going?
Is that room there? Oh, by the way, Gavin's in there.
Amelia Rose Blair.
Lieutenant Anderson is plastic dead. What the fuck are you two doing here? We've been assigned all cases involving androids. Oh yeah? You're wasting time. There's some pervert who,
Yeah, so she's basically the model for the Tracys.
We'll have a look.
Oh.
If you don't mind.
Yeah,
Come on, let's go.
so a little bit of weird being together on set kinda ish type thing going on here.
Man, now I just really want to see Descartes go through this game because how fucking
I mean, he has a thing where he did.
Okay,
He
no.
live streamed it.
Okay, I need to do that. I need to watch that at some point because.
Actually, I haven't seen too far into it. Like I saw the first episode or two, but the point where he plays it with his I want to say fiance because I don't think they were married yet. They live stream it together and just the point where Connor goes into the bar to meet Hank for the first time and it's like buy him a drink or like dump the drink or whatever and like his fiance just looks over and I'm like, you don't have to take that. He's like, yeah, I know. Pick the asshole choice. Like someone's not gonna be friends with Hank by the end of this.
My only thought is just the concept of just getting a message from Clancy Brown halfway through the playthrough. What are you doing?
Right. Anyway, I think that's what the fiance said.
He was strangled.
Yeah. I saw the
I mean, I could also be confusing it with the other couple that I watched live stream it, which was GT Live. But I think it was with Brian and Amelia.
androids met them. If you can see what happened.
I can try.
Driver's license says
The only way to access its memory is to reactivate.
think you can do it.
It's badly damaged.
Okay, can I just... I need to take a moment here. For the androids that are... Okay, this is gonna get a little weird. Think Alice might be rolling off of me a little bit. So... we see what some of the parts for these androids look like right there. Like, we see without the skin, we see, like, the little metal parts.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of, like, whether it's a hologram or whether it's just an effect you put over that to look like skin, it still looks like if... how do I put this? My only thought looking at that is it has to feel like fucking a cheese grater. Am I wrong? Like, look at the serrated, look at the parts. Look at the way the parts look.
Well, I feel like in cases of, I can't believe. Okay, I feel like in cases where it's models like this, I know, right? I feel like where it's cases with like models like this, like they're built for an intended purpose. So like the lower area is probably more or less built like a sex doll.
But
And
still,
they probably use more like silicone and shit. Like silicone and rubber.
Calm down. Everything's all right. All we want is to know what happened. Did you kill him?
No, it wasn't me.
Tell me what
Not quite the avenue I thought we'd be wandering down, because I forgot what
Oh.
chapter we were on. But
oh come
here
on,
we
you
are.
you knew that was gonna come up eventually.
I begged him to stop.
Oh, eventually, but I forgot that this was the chapter we were doing tonight.
No, I wasn't shut down. I didn't see
Were you
anything.
alone in the room? Was there anyone else with you?
He wanted to play with two girls. That's what he said. There was two of us.
What model was the other android? Did it look like you?
28 stab wounds!
God damn it!
There was another android. This happened over an hour ago. It's probably long gone.
No.
Well, F.
Shouldn't go outside dressed like that. He might still be here.
If you could find a deviant among all the other androids in this place.
Deviants aren't easily detected.
And for the record, to go back into the subject, there would still have to be a hell of a lot of padding, though.
We saw it leaving the room.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I'm gonna go ask the manager a few questions about what he
And I don't know where the hell that padding would be. Like, they'd have to fit. I'm trying to figure out a way to word this so this video won't get taken out. For a fucking second, I thought that was Zlatko. Not that that would surprise me, but...
Yeah, not really.
Hank, I require assistance.
don't have any.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. You come here a second?
Found something?
Maybe. Can you rep this, Tracy?
For fuck's sake, Connor, we got better things to do.
Please, Lieutenant. Just trust me.
You could have worded that better.
Just one lap dance.
So lap dance.
Not gonna look good on my expense account.
No, no, it isn't. But it might be tax deductible. It's for work.
Yeah, that's true. Although I would pay to be the fly on the wall for him trying to explain this to his boss.
What the hell are you doing?
I feel like probe is not quite the best term in this situation.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It saw something.
Yep, there's waifu.
Saw what?
The deviant leave the room. A blue-haired Tracy. Club policy is to wipe the android's memory every 2 hours. We only have a few minutes if we want to find another way.
God almighty, considering... What, well, okay, I'm not going to spoil it. Even though I've literally spoiled massive amounts of things before.
Let's try this.
No, fuck it, I might as well. Considering what happens a little later with that... That's...
Dude, also for the record, that
Blue-haired Tracy.
male one on the pole is like really fucking getting into it.
There are androids everywhere.
I mean...
They know which direction it took. They just
Like, not so much right now, but like in the memory bit.
I made a mistake somewhere.
This has got to be the most expensive investigation of my career.
It's tax deductible, relax. Probably.
I kind of have to wonder, like, how many people come in, like, they can't afford an Android, and they're not really all that interested in, like, lap dances or sex, right? They just rent them out to be like, I have to have someone to talk to.
I mean... It's a way of doing, oh god, I'm gonna be sick.
Oh god. Oh Oh no.
Nothing. Blue-haired Tracy didn't come this way.
Wee.
Okay, I'm
Oh, man.
sorry for what I'm about to say. Do you think
I
there's a
think that's what this entire chapter is.
Do you think there's an Asian male stripper named Wang?
Oh,
I told you I'm
no.
sorry.
At least you prefaced it.
Look, I had to say it, okay?
Actually, we did have a, I don't know if it was a
Where are
sequel
you
or
going
like
with this?
No, back when I was in high school, it was either exchange student or an immigrant student, and that was his name, and like everyone in my journalism class was just full on giggles. And I don't think the poor guy understood why. I'm just like, guys, come on, back the fuck off.
The blue room.
Like, his English was not very good.
Fair. Still, I'll never get over. I'll never get over. You might know where I'm going with this. I'll never get over the infamous May Fabio and Ronald McDonald please come to the office. I told you that story, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I know this was true for a fact because I know the two people. But I'm supposed to be able to
You might need to question everyone in the room.
Dad damn it.
I didn't see anything. I made a mistake somewhere.
51 seconds. Shit. Yeah, no, you just said that.
Oh, F. Hey.
Nope, not that one. Shit.
I didn't see anything. I made a mistake somewhere.
Right, this is the one where I have to do this.
I know where it went. Follow me.
Fucking A. This is crazy.
Where... Well, there was a staff door, didn't she?
Yeah.
Did I just completely lose the plot? Where the fuck? Oh, here we go.
Wait. I'll take it from here.
Yes, androids who cannot feel pain, get behind my soft, squishy, aging human body.
Well, yeah.
We're too late.
Now, what's this about Fabio?
Oh, so, and I know this is true. There were two people at my school. One was named Fabio, and one was named Ronald McDonald. I knew both of them.
I think I remember hearing about the Ron McDonald part.
But yeah, both of them. And they got called to the office at the exact same time.
Oh, Jesus.
And everyone in my class was just like, what the fuck? That has to be fake. No, it was not fake. Freaked the bejesus out of everybody in class.
These guys must know each other.
How you holding up there, Hank? This music track in particular I really like, actually. I just remembered that.
Quick, they're getting away!
Damn it!
When that man broke the other Tracy,
Oh.
I knew I was next. I was so scared. I begged him to stop, but he wouldn't. And so I put my hands around his throat, and I squeezed until he stopped moving. I didn't mean to kill him.
You know, with
I just wanted to stay alive.
the actor context, this is very strange. Very strange.
Glad to spice it up a little bit.
Come on. Let's go.
Also, could I just ask one legitimate question? Why do androids have the ability to cry?
Probably better this way.
To make them seem more humanoid and to kind of mimic compassion? It's also a possibility that it was the rain. Or it's snowing, isn't it?
It's rain. Well, no,
It's raining?
I'm not specifically talking about that scene, because there are scenes earlier where that happened too.
Oh, yeah, with some of the car story and whatnot.
Wait, you got a different ending with this part?
I think I did. I mean, I did it twice, so. I think once I ended up shooting her, and once I just let them escape. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if it's showing the last one I played or the complete game that I played. So.
That one I'm not sure.
Because I don't remember which was the first or which was the second.
Oh god, this segment.
Jerry.
Jerry. I can't remember if it's I can't remember if it's Fallout 3 or if it's Fallout New Vegas that has that vault, but if you ever see this video, like, just watch, anybody who's watching this, watch something on that vault. Just Fallout Gary, and you will find it. I guarantee.
Can you imagine just being like in the middle of the carnival and like you start hearing the whole like Jerry, Jerry, and then like as if a virus just sweeps through the lot, they all start getting progressively more violent.
I need to change the name of this episode. Detroit, become Jerry!
Perfect. I love it.
Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. The weirdest fucking vault.
Actually, though, I'm gonna be honest. I think the thing that kind of like confuses me about the last segment that we did, though, was the fact that so they mentioned that it wipes their memories every like 2 hours or so. So how are they carrying on the relationship behind the scenes?
Well, it might be. Now, this is a theory, a literal game theory. But
Fair enough.
my only theory with this is the fact that it might be like an automatic process that kind of carries out in the android's brain itself, or it might be something that the android itself performs, as opposed to something that's more, done by the workers, because it doesn't seem like there's a hell of a lot of workers in that place. They mostly just seem like androids. But
well, if like they did it, if the androids chose to do it though, like, couldn't they just be like, oh, I just murdered the guy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe my memory right now?
Well, I think that's the thing, though, is that I think they may lose that if they become deviant.
Continue on foot, I guess.
Or they may not want to because of the reason that you just said, because they wouldn't want to forget each other.
Yeah, I think my theory is gonna be that once they become deviant, it doesn't work as well, because like you don't really see North losing her memory every 2 hours either.
That's true. Like I said, I think once the deviancy hits, or once they become deviant, Detroit become deviant, then I think either I think it's an automated subroutine that kicks in while they're functioning normally. The second they become deviant, they can either deactivate it, or they optionally just don't do it. But I think it is a subroutine.
Okay. Yeah, because that has bothered me, like, probably since my first playthrough.
Like I said,
So it's good to hear a second opinion on it.
I am guessing it's an automated subroutine that they willingly turn off. Also,
Find shelter.
this.
To get out of the cold.
So okay, I'm not about to say what I think you're about to say, what you think I'm about to say. And I always pause this because so it's not about Jerry either. We'll get to Jerry and the other Jerrys. It's such a weird fucking. Anyway, so the way this looks, where it's like, gray sky, the silhouettes, and like the light on in the distance. This is Canadian.
Hilly?
No, this is Canadian winter.
Ah.
Like, in a nutshell. Like, you get a really bad storm one day, knocks the power out. Like, you're waiting at night, you're just looking outside. This is what it is. Less skeletons in cages. Not many less, but less.
Probably depends on where you are.
Or if it's Halloween. Release the Kraken. Release the Kraken. Death ain't coming from
Okay.
below.
Can I just say that, like, the echo feed that I'm getting was timed so perfectly that you literally became your own backup chorus?
Yes! I'm fucking awesome. Yeah! But again, I still think like the biggest kind of hiccup with this game really is
This place is falling apart.
no, it's not the fact that this place is falling apart. It's the Alice twist. Because it's a good shock, because it's just like, you know, I didn't see that coming. But at the same time, and they do give subtle hints, and they kind of slowly kind of make it believable. It's over here. Yet something like that could happen. And that's fine. I think the twist is handled well in that sense. The problem is the fact that, like, when you think about the world and you think about how it functions, and I know we've talked about this before, but it really is the problem with trying to
I'll handle this.
like, I just don't believe that an android. Well, then again, I might actually be able to correct myself here.
Here we go.
My theory has always been that it's strange that an android wouldn't be able to tell somebody is an android, because you feel like, again, we made the Wi-Fi joke yesterday, but
I was about to say, I think that's maybe my favorite joke. By far.
what's your name, Greg? It's him. How'd you know? It was the Wi-Fi name. But
What's your password? Last name? Perfect.
I thought that just straight up said that Iowa was missing. I'm just like, Jesus.
You just got nuked.
Not even nuked. Like, I think there's actually a I did not see Luther, but I did in fact see the table that was flying. So I got real confused for a second.
Actually,
There are some cookies left?
actually, the thing on the on like Iowa missing, that does remind me of oh gosh, what's the name of the place?
The Iowa State Fair?
No, so okay. So there's a running joke in Germany, and like even the politicians are like in on this joke. There's a place in Germany called I might be pronouncing it wrong. Bielefeld. Yeah, it's a town called Bielefeld, and there's a running joke that it doesn't exist.
Okay.
And let me see.
Similar to the Demir Guild.
Yeah, I mean, more or less. Yeah, so, like, for instance, November 2012, Angela Merkel, referred to the conspiracy in public when talking about a town hall meeting she had attended in Bielefeld, adding, if it exists at all, and I had the impression that I was there. Like, I feel like outside of the Iowa State Fair, not a whole lot goes on there, except maybe, like, corn.
I kind of like that joke. But no, to finish with the thought I had earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Like I made the joke about, like, they're sending out Wi-Fi signals, but I might have actually slightly corrected myself on that, because we just made the thing that, like, there's the autonomous subroutine that gets shut off, possibly with that wipes the memories of the strippers. I'm thinking it might be something similar. Like...
That's true, and also they might actually build the child models differently.
That's true as well. And can you please not refer to them as dolls? That, considering where we just were, child dolls is not a sentence I want to hear right now.
I said child models.
Models, okay.
Yeah.
I heard doll.
Models.
I heard child dolls, and I'm just like, that's
Lord,
not.
no. God. F. No, man, no. But yeah, they might construct the children ones differently. Like, for instance, you would get like a car model as like your babysitter, your housekeeper, your nanny, whatever. Well, maybe not babysitter, more of a nanny. Like, you expect them to say fix your dishwasher or something, or to repart fix your dishwasher. You generally don't get a child one for the purpose of, like, doing that kind of stuff. But you generally, I feel, unless you're a terrible person, and I'm sure there's plenty, like, we've already seen plenty of terrible people in this game, but unless you're a terrible person, I don't think you're generally getting the child androids for, like, menial labor. You're getting them to stimulate having an actual kid.
Now, something just popped up, and I don't know if it was just like weird foreshadowing, but she's doing this, story to be like, this is the situation we're going through, and then they lived happily ever after. A cute little thing like that. But what's funny is the fact that a moment just came up where she said, where one of the choices you could say about one of the moments you could say about the girl, who was obviously representing Alice, is that she was different. I don't know if that's foreshadowing.
I do remember that,
or
when I was doing my second playthrough, and I think that's what I was thinking as well.
I don't know if it was foreshadowing. If it isn't, like intentional foreshadowing at least, then what was it supposed to be saying? Like, if Kara knows at this point that she's a robot from that little hint, what the fuck? Because that is just a straight up plot hole at this point.
Well, again, I think it's more of a. It feels weird to say about an android, but I feel like it's more of a psychological denial sort of thing. And, or the fact that, like, Alice seems very self-conscious about it. Like, after the quote-unquote upbringing that she had, Kara might be kind of desperate to ensure that she doesn't like book it. Like dealing with a caged animal, almost.
They have a long walk tomorrow.
It's
Better leave early. Want to avoid being seen.
Do you remember anything from your life?
I.
It's a very tricky situation.
It's just the fact that it's handled just well enough that, and I can't necessarily give the writing that much shit because it works for the first playthrough. Because you're not thinking about it. And it's not hinted at enough that you could go, like, that you could figure it out. At least not unless you're, like, fully, like, theory crafting the whole 9 yards.
No.
I almost feel like Matt Pat.
Oh, hold on. Jerry. Jerry.
Hooray!
Jerry.
Sweet Jesus, they really have to like bust all the windows in? Holy shit! Come on!
Fuck it. Grabbing a stick.
Who are you? What do you want?
Once again, just imagine that violence virus sweeping through the populace. Jerry!
Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry.
My name is
Ugh. Yeah, we know.
You were working here before the park closed. Didn't mean to frighten you. Sometimes humans come to hurt us, so we wanted to see who was there. What are you doing here?
And I mean nothing. I mean nothing is offensive to the actor, but the fact that,
For a long time. Children used to love
like, that smile is huge. Like, it's a very expressive face, and that's good.
something to show her. Something fun. She'll love it. Does she want to see?
Maybe not so much in a situation where he just like busted in all the windows.
Like that, and it doesn't help.
Going about doing something fun.
Yeah, like this is a little uncomfortable. Like it's a little eerie. But no. Again, I think because of the fact that games like these are mostly meant for one playthrough, there is replay value, of course. This is my second time playing through it recently. But I think the bigger thing with it is more that it doesn't make you think about it on the first playthrough, and that's all it needs.
Is about to begin.
So for the record, a lot of the smaller stuff doesn't bother me. Like I don't think it's legit. Like I'm not looking at this like, this makes no sense. It's awful because you could have figured it out. Like no. Like it's a little weird, but there's not much to it. In fact, there's one moment in Heavy Rain that I'll get to when we play through that. That was.
She hasn't had much.
Okay, 2 points I want to make about this carousel. One, it's a. I'm struggling really hard not to make the pun. That's a fishy-looking carousel. But like, it's kind of shit. There's like only like 3 seats on there, but also, although it looks like it was probably really good as heyday, but also I very much appreciate that Kara didn't like put her on like one of those shitty ones that doesn't move up and down. Like that would be a dick move for sure.
I mean, yeah.
All roads lead to the seahorse. All rivers lead to the seahorse.
I'll seize.
All seas indeed. fucking tiki girl?
One of the hula girl, hood ornaments.
Yeah.
Not hood ornaments, dashboard things.
Yeah.
How do I... Infernal fence! Gesundheit, that was adorable.
Oh. There's no fence on this fence.
There's no fence on this fence.
It's just that point where Connor's just like awkwardly, I wanna leave, just tries to run off. Can't go this way, damn it!
Nice view, huh? I used to come here a lot before.
You should stop drinking, Lieutenant. It could have serious consequences for your health.
That's the idea.
This is one of my favorite sequences in the game. And not just because of the fact that I am a very big fan of Clancy Brown.
For what?
Hmm.
You said, I used to come here a lot before. Before what?
And not just as an actor, though he is a great actor. I follow him on Twitter. He's
I'm not making any
solid.
investigation.
Like, he's just a good person.
They have nothing in common. They're all different models, produced at different times, in different places.
Well, there must be some link.
Yeah, it's snowing.
What they have in common is this obsession with RA9. It's almost like some kind of myth. Something they invented that wasn't part of their original program.
God. What's this world coming to?
You seem preoccupied, Lieutenant. Is it something to do with what happened back at the Eden?
I just love the thought of someone just like accidentally walking along the sidewalk and just like walking across. It's like, ooh, am I interrupting something?
You see,
I'm just gonna hit the old dusty trail.
They can simulate human emotions, but they're machines. And machines don't feel anything.
what about you, Connor? You look human, you sound human, but what are you really?
I'm whatever you want me to be, Lieutenant. Your partner? Your buddy to drink with? Or just a machine? Designed to accomplish a task.
Could have shot those two guys, but you didn't. Why didn't you shoot, Connor? Some scruple suddenly enter into your program?
Of course, if you want me to drink with you, you might have to give me some of that like fermented blue blood.
No. I just decided not to shoot. That's all.
But are you afraid to die, Connor?
I would certainly find it regrettable to be interrupted before I can finish this investigation.
What'll happen if I pull this trigger? Nothing? Oblivion? Android heaven?
You know you're not going to shoot me, Lieutenant. You're just trying to...
RA9.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to disappoint you.
You think you're so fucking smart.
God damn it, that wasn't what I was expecting.
Tell me this, smartass. How do I know you're not a deviant?
I self-test regularly. I know what I am and what I am not. Where are you going?
Get drunker. I need to think.
You wanted them to get shot?
No, I didn't know he was going to go aggressive towards that.
Oh.
I didn't want to go in that direction. There is an achievement for that.
Yeah.
But
Also, fun fact, you might have already known this, but did you know that the more you die as Connor, the more aggressive Hank will get towards you?
yeah.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, I am going to have to call this one because this is a biggin.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is, isn't it?
This is the biggin. So I'm going to call this one right here. Tomorrow's is going to be fascinating, though.